a former Giant who is now the starting quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts. Yes, talking about Daniel Jones, Danny Dimes himself.
Danny Dimes.
Now they're going to call him Indiana Jones over there in Indianapolis. Indy. Well, he beat out Anthony Richardson. Anthony Richardson's agent in the last hour or so has come out blasting the organization, saying that they don't know if he wants to play there anymore, and it looks like Richardson is going to be looking for a new home. I don't know. We know that Daniel Jones is not a great quarterback, but he is better than what we saw Anthony Richardson do in his short career so far. Not a lot going on over there in Indy, although they do have really good positional players at different spots. So maybe.
Yeah, hold on, Fish. Did you see what we've seen Anthony? He played 12 games in college. He's only played 16 in 5 years.
Yeah, but he's 6'5", 245, and he can throw 90 yards, and he's got the raw skills. You got to be on the field to do it.
But he doesn't know how to play, right? And he doesn't have accuracy, and he just there's the great highlights of him chucking it deep, but he was 5 for 20 in that game with 100-something yards and that 90-yard touchdown. You can't win that way.
Makes me think of Uncle Rico when he said,
"Throw that football quarter mile." Yeah. The other quarterback that won the battle, no surprise to many, was 40-year-old Joe Flacco. Beat out our buddy Kenny Pickett and 2 rookies, Dillon Gabriel, who had not a great performance in the last preseason game with a fumble and an interception, and the now injured Shedeur Sanders, who has an oblique injury after a good showing with 2 touchdown passes in his first game. Let's talk about those 2 guys before we get into the Saints, which is still up in the air.
I'm not surprised Anthony Richardson lost his job. To me, when he was drafted, he had he was known for a guy that was a running quarterback that can make deep throws, but obviously has no accuracy and really didn't develop. His first 7 games was unbelievable, and then he kind of fell off. When his shoulder went and he had shoulder surgery, that was the end of him. It was the shoulder, and he had major shoulder surgery through his throwing arm. So it wasn't even his holding arm. It was his throwing arm. And he hasn't been the same. He's not going to be the same. And obviously, Daniel Jones is the best option right now. Riley Leonard might get the job eventually. He still has a lot of learning to do. This guy's not a throwing quarterback. He was more of a run option pistol type of quarterback. That's what he did over there with Notre Dame. I think that he could have a future with a team like Indianapolis. If Indianapolis is a really bad team this year, Arch Manning might go into the draft. He might be a guy that might say, I want to go play for my uncle's favorite team or my uncle's team that drafted him. So we'll see what happens with that. So I'm not surprised that Anthony Richardson, he's not a quarterback in the NFL. He's not an NFL style of quarterback. He's a backup quarterback. They made a mistake. Indianapolis might cost the coach a job. We'll see. Obviously, he's a great offensive mind. As far as the Joe Flacco thing, not surprised. Kenny Pickett was never getting that job. Kenny Pickett's not going to be a part of this team as the season progressively starts. Dillon Gabriel is going to be the backup. Watson, if he comes back sometime at the end of the season, will be the starter. It's Joe Flacco's team. Now, Joe Flacco is a quality quarterback that could stand in the pocket and make every single throw. And maybe the Browns have some lightning in a bottle. They're a good defensive team. They're built defensively. They have a decent offensive line. If they can keep Joe Flacco in the pocket to make every single throw, they don't have a number 1 guy, which is a big problem. Is it Judy? Is it somebody else? I don't know. Hopkins? That's the problem right now with the Browns. They have no offense, and I'll tell you their coach could be the hottest coach available in the offseason next year. That's how good he is. He's going to be, if they lose this year, if they don't make the playoffs or even come close, and they win 2 or 3 games where they're going to be looking for a quarterback next year, they're firing him, and he could be the hottest coach available, maybe for the Giants or somebody else, if, Daboll's going to be looking for a new one if the Giants fall flat on their face. So I'm not surprised. Joe Flacco, well-deserved. He deserves it. He's the veteran guy. And Anthony Richardson. And by the way, Danny Dimes will start off very strong. I believe Daniel Jones is a good quarterback. He's not great. He's a good backup quarterback. He will start off strong, and then teams will figure him out.
I can't wait to use this for This Is the Remix.
All right. I'm telling you.
Write this down for me.
I'm telling you he's not as bad as you think he
is. A good quarterback.
Yeah, he is. He's good. He's not great. He's good.
I
He
would
can make
say
the
he's
throws.
below average at best.
Okay, I think you're wrong.
At best.
I think you're wrong. I think
He's
the
got
Giants.
a career record of like 22 and 44.
I think they have a quality coach that understands how to use his strengths to his advantage, and I think he will be able to use Daniel Jones' strengths to his advantage. He's very fast for a guy that doesn't look that fast, and he's not bad. He can make the over-the-shoulder passes.
That
and stuff
could be
like
true. Or Dable is a very good coach and couldn't do anything with Daniel Jones, and now he's going to go to a coach that's maybe a good coach, but not maybe as talented.
If
as
Dable
and he's
was a
gonna wash out
good
of the league in
and
3
smart
weeks.
coach, he'd start Jackson Dart over Russell Wilson. What a joke. I think Jackson Dart has done enough
We
to
should
start.
talk about that because remember how Russell Wilson's got his start in this league? He was a third-round draft pick.
Yeah, I remember.
And he went to a team that just signed
Flynn.
a quarterback
Yep, Mike.
and Matt Flynn,
Yep.
to be their starter, and they just saw that deal. Pete Carroll saw that deal and said, we're going to just get rid of this guy. It takes a lot of balls to do that. I don't think
What did they
they're
pay
going
Russell
to.
Wilson? They paid him nothing.
Because Russell Wilson still is a Hall of Fame quarterback. It's not Matt Flynn. You know what I mean?
We'll see. He still has a little bit more to prove.
I mean,
to be
he's
Hall of
a
Famer.
lock for the Hall of Fame.
I don't think so.
He is.
I don't think he is.
He's already got the stats. He already does.
I don't
He's
think
at like
he is.
42-something thousand yards. And he's got a Super Bowl.
That's fine. I don't think he has done enough to be a Hall of Famer. Quarterbacks they're very strict when it comes to quarterbacks making the Hall of Fame. So
He's going to have really good stats at the end of his career. He wasn't good last year. You're right. And
I don't
he
know.
hasn't been great in a few years since that finger injury in Seattle.
he made the Pro Bowl last year.
But, yeah, well, says a
So
lot.
probably
Probably
made the
says
Pro
more
Bowl
about
in
the Pro Bowl.
2022.
So did Drake. What does that tell you, Mikey C?
He's already on path for the top 3
Drake
quarterbacks.
May.
Your boy, Drake May. All right,
what
let's
a
talk
joke.
quickly about New Orleans before we get out of here. They have 3 quarterbacks on the roster.
They have none.
One of them is
They have
Jake
none.
Hayner. He did not play in the last preseason game. The second one is your boy, Spencer, the Rattlesnake Rattler, who's been getting the majority of the reps in preseason.
That's Errol's favorite. You know that fish.
And then it's Aw Shucks, Tyler Shuck, the rookie that they took in the second round this year.
What a reach.
It looks like it might be Rattler, guys. What are they doing in New Orleans besides tanking for Archie Manning?
The only thing they're going to get is a snake. They're going to be snake bite by Rattler, okay? I mean, what a snake bite. This team, this organization, they were reaching when they brought in Moore. They're reaching when it came to going after a quarterback in the second round that's not any good. They are going to be reaching to try to get Arch, but I don't think Arch is going into the draft. I don't think he's stupid enough to want to go and play for the LSU. I mean, I'm sorry. I was going to say
He's from there though. That's a hometown team.
Yeah, I was going to say like the I wanted to make a joke, but yeah, you kind of ruined that. But
I'm sorry I ruined your joke. that you messed up.
Louisiana, biting the head, or what is it, chewing the head, or whatever the hell they call it.
Oh yeah, biting the
Sucking the head on
crawfish.
Suck the head of the crawfish.
Suck the head of the. I'll tell you this: nobody's going to suck the head of Spencer Rattler. That's for sure. I mean, that team is absolutely a joke.
Speedy got it down to a science by the time we were done.
He's
with
got
that
a lot of
one.
things down to a science, except shaving you know what. Anyways, I just think that the Saints are going to be really, really bad. I think they're probably going to be one of the 3 worst teams in the NFL and the worst team or second worst team in the NFC. There's nothing good to have a conversation about. Olave should be asking his way out. If the Jets could get him for a second or third round, it's a slam dunk for the New York Jets to add him over there on the other side of somebody like Garrett Wilson. I mean, that would be nice to watch. That would be nice to watch. I don't think
That's
it's
what
gonna
it was like in college for them. So why not do it again, right?